today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they could be well set up for the rest of the year.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year in Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 catches, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second down.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
now Jackson will look to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down. They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Knocks it through the goalpost. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Bengals nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, but it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
They go play action with Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I'm sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Bengals have taken the lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 20.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
With the score, Bengals 7, Ravens 3.
From the 27, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Now Dobbins. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the first.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
I'm hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the Bengals.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This is Hill on the draw play. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction. action. Makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Here's Jackson on third and long. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And he'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up second.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And that'll set him back 5. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This is Mixon on the draw. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further.
And normally when you see guys move it this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Dobbins. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It's a gain of 4.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake them? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Under pressure again and down. Hill able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there.
And he's going to go down again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for. Offensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. The Bucs set to get the football first.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 24.
Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
It's your first drive of the 2nd half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Burrow. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Ravens 13, Bengals 10.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were winners last week, defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down back at...
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down, Cincinnati.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 45-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And this one's incomplete. Drew Sample, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4. Again, it's Burrow. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 10 yards there on a Bengal 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16. A good pickup there at 22.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Joe Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
It's 2nd and inches.
Burrow looking to pass. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been...
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. He's on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And that will make this a 4-point game. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Ravens 13.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Final minute now of the third quarter.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
He's going to take off with it. Shows his strength at the 50.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
He'll run it, and he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Marquise Brown, incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for.
And it's 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Create space, and he takes off.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And touchdown, Baltimore.
J.K. Dobbins.
His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of football before he knew he was on his back.
That just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver, because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Oh, a 360.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 22.
And he'll throw right away.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. So that'll back him up 5. A draw play for Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
Burrow will throw.
The 43-yard line.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On first down, Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here's Dobbins.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And they're going to move. A big play there for the Bengals. 44 yards. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10.
He'll drop this one down to mix it.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Able to find Higgins.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.